Welcome to the Dreamlands. We are here with the Artifact Cup 19 finals, carrying on with Game 2 between Agame ANX and Descara. And the map is going to be the Shallows this time around. So, pretty cool map. And typically makes for longer, more macro-focused 1 versus 1 games. And to say that I'm excited for this game would be an understatement. Game 1 was absolutely fantastic. Both players played extremely well, and Descara managed to get the win with some really, really nice and unusual play. So congratulations to him for that. And as this is a best of 5, yeah, this game, it's still not in desperation mode for Agame yet. He can lose one more game before having to win. So anyway, let's whoopsie doodle. Let's take a look at the map here. We're on the south side. So spawning on the south side of the Shallows, it is going to be Descara playing in his patented blue-on-blue coalition forces and riding the wave from a victory in Game 1. So we'll have to see what kind of strategy he chooses to employ in this game. Should be pretty damn interesting. Way on the other side of the map, on the north side, we've got Agame ANX, and since he has been rolling random, he's gotten Soban for this match, so this should be pretty interesting in his typical black and white, or black and light gray color scheme. I like it a lot. So 2 Titans facing off for the championship. Now, I suspect both players going support cruiser first. This map, as you probably know, very heavily favors economic openers. Your starting location is super defensible with just this small entrance, and your 2 wreck bulkheads are very, very close by. So provided you can hold this patch of ground here, you can easily go to a 3 base economy very, very rapidly in this game. And of course, Agame did get his support cruiser out first, and Descara did as well. Now we've got an LAV hitting the field for Descara. We also have AAV fabrication, 15 seconds out, so pretty standard so far. We'll have to see what both players have done. Now Descara did recycle his starting base runner, as did Agame. Agame also has a single LAV coming out onto the field. Descara is now rebuilding his base runner, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that personally. I mean, Descara is a much better player than I am, but personally, I typically wouldn't recycle my base runner if I was going to just build it again so quickly. I don't know. I've never labbed that though, so I don't know how efficient that is economically. I'm sure if Descara is doing it, then he has labbed it, and it is probably worthwhile. Just not something I would ever do. What's going on here? Both players just scouting the other player's territory. Descara's base runner moving out into mid. Let's check this out here. I love this unit. This is such an iconic unit. And this game is so goddamn gorgeous. So base runner, he's going to go grab the closest artifact to try and get an early advantage in terms of artifact count and that early little boost for power. What do we got on the map? 2 LAVs for Descara, 1 LAV and an AAV for Agame. No upgrades on any of the units just yet. This AAV is going to be a problem for Descara though. It's going directly for the base runner that's making its way to Descara's extraction zone. Don't know if it can shut it down, but it can definitely put enough pressure on it to cause problems for Descara. So we'll have to see what his answer is. He's going to come in with an LAV, and that LAV is going to get wrecked. And it's actually going to make his base runner retreat, so pretty nice play by Agame here. It actually do a fairly decent amount of damage, and we actually have a second base runner for Descara. Now this is unusual. So Agame is doing Descara's build by the looks of it, because he has a strike fighter in production. So single AAV into strike fighters, that is pretty damn crazy. Very, very similar to the build that we saw come out of Descara last game. And Descara opening with double base runners and double support cruisers. That is very, very unusual. He's got his power currently into repair systems, We're going to use a very nice smoke to help save this base runner from certain death. And just put a little bit of extra pressure on. And look at this. We've got a strike fighter, just 2, 3, 4 strike fighters on the field from Agame. They're going to go directly for Descarra's support cruiser. Very, very nice play. I like to see this Agame doing Descarra's build against him. And that is some serious pressure this early in the game. 4 strike fighters. How many does he have in the air? 5 strike fighters now. 4, 5, 6, 7? No. Yeah, it is. It's 7 strike fighters in the air already. Jesus Christ, he is able to snipe a support cruiser. He's also able to put a bunch of damage down onto a couple of the other salvagers and the LAVs. And this is forcing Descarra, who has no answer currently to the air, to invest in more and more LAVs for that soft AA. But that was a hugely successful push by Agame, able to take down a support cruiser and a number of other units. Let's actually check the units lost tab here. So Descarra lost 5 units, so a support cruiser and probably, I don't know, I would say 1 or 2 LAVs and 1 or 2 salvagers. He's definitely going to lose this base runner as well. So on the back of that, Descarra did not lose his cool. He went for a double artifact grab. One of them got shut down by strike fighters, and it looks like the other one's going to make it in, being screened by these LAVs. Oh, is he gonna though? Agame with that clutch micro switches targets, but very, very nicely done. The strike fighter goes down to the anti-air fire from those LAVs, and it looks like Descarra is going to take the lead in terms of artifacts, but he is on the back foot in a big, big way in terms of military. Look at this, more strike fighters. Ah, nice. But Descarra does have missile batteries now on the field, so it's going to see those strike fighters off. But Agame with relentless aggression. Look at this, more and more AAVs hitting the field. They do have armor upgrades now. So he's got 5. Oh my god, look at all his strike fighters. He's got 5 AAVs with armor. He's got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 strike fighters in the hangar. Not one to get caught with his pants down and not be ready for it and make a comeback, though. Descarra is slowly getting back into it. He has rebuilt his 2nd support cruiser, so he is still sitting now on a 3 base economy once again. And he's got a bunch of missile batteries on the field, 3 of them. Does have a railgun, so he does have the right unit composition. Trying to get a little bit of harassment in, but these 2 AAVs are going to get shut down completely. Man, what an action-packed game. 3 more AAVs from Descarra coming up on the left flank. A nicely placed turret, but some sweet smoke is going to block the line of sight to that and just help those AAVs get right on top of this resourcing operation. And with the strike fighter support from the air, this is a pretty damn devastating attack. Descarra has what he needs to shut it down, though. All these railguns, 5 railguns now on the field, and 3 missile batteries. Not even a single salvager is going to go down. He's got 1 power in range, 1 in repair beams. And continuing to pump out railguns. Look at that play, man. And Agame went all in on that. Not technically all in, but like he went balls to the wall with that push, and it was a good push. But Descarra has recovered now, and his unit composition pretty much hard counters everything that Agame has on the field. Agame's only got 5 AAVs and 3, 6, 9 strike fighters still, compared to Descarra's 7 railguns and 3 missile batteries. Descarra did lose both of his base runners, but he has a another one in production. So we're gonna have to see what happens. Agame just using his strike fighters to shut down any scouting that Descarra might do. Agame getting his own railguns now on the field. Some nice upgrades too. I think that's 2 armor compared to Agame's. No, that's 3 armor. Wow. So Agame with the triple armor. Yeah, 16 for the AAV. So Agame with triple armor upgrades for his heavy vehicles, and even setting up a 4th resourcing location. This is something I rarely ever see on this map. There is a fourth resourcing location for both players, but you typically never see players go past 3. Oh, we've got a nice little backstab coming in from Agame, and 4 AAVs with 3 armor is nothing to sneeze at. They can tank a bunch of railgun shots, and with the smoke they can actually make a huge thorn in your side. Massive missile barrages coming in from the strike fighters. This support cruiser is toast. 2 salvagers go down with it. Ruthless attack, that was so well executed. And Agame is just going to retreat back away before these railguns can bring the brunt of their firepower to bear. You have strike fighters now for Descara, so he is up to 9 strike fighters as well. But Agame shutting down Descara's base runner. It is toast. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a serious game on our hands here. Some very, very nice strike fighter barrages. Pummel those railguns, force them to retreat, and it looks like we're going to have a little bit of dogfighting in the air, strike fighter on strike fighter. This is actually a really, really perfectly timed attack for Descara. He was able to inflict massive casualties and force a full retreat, but look at this. Back on the other side of the map, those 4 AAVs are coming back into pressure on the right flank while Descara pushes up in the left flank, and all of his units are totally out of position right now. I think he has spotted it though. He's bringing his railguns back, and he's going to divert fire from his strike fighters onto these AAVs. This one salvager is probably going to go down. No. Oh, wow. Amazingly done. What has Descara got? No cruiser tech yet. Forced though to bring his carrier back and use it as a weapon to try and ward off these AAVs, but oh, what a shitty situation to be in. This is a situation you never want to be in. You've got 3 AAVs with full armor upgrades, backed up by a smoke wall, and they are right in amid Descara's main resourcing location. He's going to shut down. He is going to shut these down with a bunch of strike fighters. Actually, the AAVs were trying to target the support cruiser, and that's going to live. So I feel like if he went for the salvagers, he would have been able to take a few down before getting absolutely wrecked. Jesus fuck, look at all of these strike fighters. That's a full hangar. That's 15 strike fighters. Man alive, and look at them swarming Agame's push. So on the back of that harassment, Agame macroed up, and he's pushing along the left flank as well. We have a massive battle here. Can't even keep up with all of this stuff. Oh, railguns trading blows, strike fighters trading barrages in the air. Just a brutal slugfest. What do we got for power? So power level 2 was researched on the back of this, along with that one the one artifact that Descara got, so he is sitting at 2, 4, 5, 6 units of power. What does Agame have? Nothing. Agame just has his 1 starting unit of power. Was that shut down? No. The problem here is that Descara is slowly bleeding out in terms of economy. Agame is sitting comfortably on 4 resourcing locations, and Descara is barely able to keep up 3. What is this? This is another support cruiser, and Agame is just slowly wearing him down by the looks of it. And now that he has missile batteries with level 3 armor upgrades on the front lines, protecting his railguns as well as a screen of LAVs, I think Descara's in big trouble here. He has lost like half of his strike fighters as well. He's going to try and snipe these missile batteries, but that's not going to happen, especially because Agame's got strike fighters in the air to help cover them. I feel like Descara is just slowly getting picked apart, unless he's got something crazy up his sleeve that he can pull out and wipe Agame's entire army somehow. I think he is in for a pretty bad time here in the very near future. Man, this game was amazing. Not over yet. I actually haven't watched this replay before, so I have no idea what happens. Nice marked target coming out with the Soban railguns, and with the damage upgrade and 3 armor upgrades, Descara is in big trouble indeed. These are just going to start taking massive chunks out of his carrier health. But it looks like he's got double production, so he's able to pump out railguns, use a little bit of smoke from these forward AAVs, and push with his carrier, and he's actually going to hold this off, unbelievably. Anything on the other side? Nope. Holy shit, what a game. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Nice little flank coming in from these LAVs. They're going to get just absolutely blasted with some strike fighter fire. Nice use of smoke by Descara to just protect his salvagers. Those LAVs are going to get cleaned up in short order. But once again, I see Agame do this all the damn time. And it's so frustrating to deal with. If he can get his railguns right on top of this high ground here, he's got an open field of fire onto your carrier, onto your entire salvaging operation, and you are in trouble. No cruisers yet on the field, but Descara is definitely not out of it yet. He's got 10 railguns. They do have... oh boy, they've only got one armor upgrade, I believe that is. Yes, so they are definitely on the brunt end of the upgrade spectrum here. They're going to get outshot by these Soban railguns, without question. However, Descara is a master at using his carrier very, very well. You can see the marked target going out on these railguns and on the carrier, and these Soban railguns are just going to do an enormous amount of damage. Oh, brutal. Look at the micro from these two players, just controlling all their railguns, keeping them back, and then even a little mortar barrage from that missile battery. Put in a little bit of extra damage. Got an LAV screen, AAV screen, but Descara knows it's over, and he GG's out.
Mission failed. All ships fall back.
Holy moly, what a game. Whew. That was actually kind of difficult to keep up with all that stuff going on. Hopefully I did okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Smash that thumbs up if you did. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I will see you guys for game 3 coming up next.